Hey, good morning to you. It is Thursday, March 12th. We're starting off pretty cool this morning. The winds are going to pick up a little bit later on. They're going to last clear into tonight, be pretty gusty at times, but we are warming up as we head toward the weekend. It is the first half of the weekend before a major change sets up for Sunday. We're talking temperatures crashing within a few hours. So weekend could not be more different in terms of the 2 days, but let's go ahead and get the forecast started. Looking at radar this morning, absolutely clean and clear. Nice to see that after the other night. Nothing is happening this morning, just settling in for some clear skies today with sunshine and wind. Forecast brought to you by me and everybody at Mullinax Funeral Home and Cremation Services of Butler and Drexel for nearly 20 years. Lots of generational experience at our funeral home can be of service to you and your family. Anytime you have questions, please give us a call. You'll be speaking with one of us directly, 660-679-0009, sponsoring the forecast today. Going to do this backwards because I think it just illustrates the forecast the best possible way. Let's go ahead and take a look at your 10-day temperatures. So, believe it or not, it's 30, 32 outside around the region right now. We're going to get up to almost 60 degrees today. Overnight lows tonight, 41. Back up to 60 for your Friday. Here we go. See, Saturday, 72. Sunday, we may get up to 66 before the afternoon and evening. Look what happens, and look at the overnight low. Could see 15 degrees by Monday morning. So the temperature is going to fall 30 degrees headed toward Sunday night. So with that strong of a cold front, are we going to have precipitation? Yes, we are. And then when we're talking about temperatures down that low, what is our precipitation type going to be? So we're setting up for, believe it or not, a wintry mix. I think we will see some rain, but odds are potential snow is actually ticking up in the data later this morning as well. So it's just going to be crazy because we'll have warm pavement from these 2 days. But that is a strong cold front coming through. So 33 for your Monday, 44 climbing back out on Tuesday. And then, we recover for next week. Even better, see some possible near 80-degree temperatures around the region by the end of next week. So let's go ahead and talk about the wind today. Red flag warning is out for western portions of the forecast area that did not receive all that heavy precipitation. So anything that catches fire out there where there's still plenty of dry fuels available will get out of hand quickly. So red flag warning takes effect, I think it's at noon today and lasts all through the afternoon. But here's what happens with the wind. It's going to pick up late morning into mid-afternoon. Going to be strongest out there in central Kansas, but I do see some potential 32, 37 mile per hour wind gusts in east central Kansas there. And then actually it starts to taper down towards the evening, but I think it's still going to be fairly gusty. Watch as this just kind of moves over the area. So I think at midnight tonight, we're still seeing some potential 30 mile per hour wind gusts up in the Kansas City area. 30-mile wind gusts possible all through west central Missouri. Doesn't really taper off until about 5, 6, 7 tomorrow morning, Friday morning. So once wind gusts arrive this afternoon, they are going to settle in for the afternoon and evening. Here I think is the strongest time period for wind gusts. Actually, it's overnight. So here is midnight, 1 a.m. tonight, when I think we see possible wind gusts up around 35, 37 miles an hour all throughout west central Missouri and east central Kansas. So that's what I see. That'll be your biggest complaint today, will be the wind. All right, let's jump on over to Sunday. This is next up for your big forecast change. I think that during the daytime hours on Sunday, here we are at 6 a.m., I think we're all clear. But as we move through the daytime, which it's still warm, here we are by about 9:10. I think that we're probably going to see some precipitation settle in. Should start as a rain event. So I think around noon, by noon, or shortly thereafter, I think we start to see rain settle in. When that temperature starts to crash, and we'll have a little bit better data on the transition in precipitation here. It's pretty far out to know for sure, but at some point, we are going to see this changeover from rain, and then if precipitation continues, which is still a question mark, through that temperature change, if precipitation continues, here we are something like 9 o'clock on Sunday night. So as we get up towards midnight over into Monday morning, we could transition over to could have a little freezing mix in there. Temperatures are going down pretty low, I showed you, and we could also transition over to snow. So When I went to bed last night, I wasn't expecting really to be talking about too much snow. I mean, the pavement is warm. We shouldn't really be talking about any accumulation, but I'm just going to show you. I'm not going to put too much emphasis on this today because it seems just a little bit hard to believe, but a couple of models are kicking out some fairly robust snow. Which is what we would have to overcome that warm pavement and warm surfaces and actually get some accumulation. But models are trending upward today. Some of them, I would say actually 2 out of the 3 most reliable snow models are trending upward. We'll see if the third one catches on. But it's putting down something like 1.5 inches up in Kansas City and more to the northeast. That's what it says. So it'd take a while to get some accumulation, but it's looking possible with this. That's what I'm going to keep an eye on. So it is a significant cold front, and it does appear to be able to gather some moisture. So that looks like a Sunday night over into Monday that we'll be paying attention to that as things get colder, and it should be bitterly cold compared to what it has been for us by Monday morning of next week. That is the big change settling in. That's what I know. Have an awesome Thursday, and I'll catch you back later.